Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. I'm James, I'm a Watford FC content creator, and today we are previewing Watford versus Sunderland at Vicarage Road, our final home game of the season. That could be viewed as a positive thing or a negative thing. I think for me personally, I really enjoy going to football. I love the whole match day experience. I love my pre-match food, my pre-match burger. I love the teams getting announced over the tannoy. I love the floodlights at a nighttime game as well. So I'm certainly going to miss that aspect of the football season. What I won't miss is our dire home form. Watford still haven't won a championship home game since I believe the end of November, which is terrible form. And hopefully we can rectify that with a victory under Tom Cleverley's leadership this weekend. And that is the main story ahead of this game. Tom Cleverley, the legend himself, has been appointed as the new Watford head coach for the foreseeable future. I read the club statement yesterday on the Watford FC website. We don't have official confirmation on the length of his contract. We don't even have official confirmation actually around who his other backroom staff and coaches will be. But what we do know is that for the 24-25 season, Tom Cleverley will be in charge of Watford Football Club. And I am actually so delighted for the fans. I'm delighted for Tom personally. And delighted for his family, his friends, and actually the Watford players as well, because this is someone who is a ultimate professional. He's played over half of his career matches at Watford Football Club. He's played for us in the Championship, in the Premier League. He's captained the club at points as well, and is an all-round great guy. So I think for me, there's no real better person at this current moment in time who could have been appointed as the Watford head coach. He's managed the Watford under-18s earlier this season. He got the interim job after Valérien Ismaël was sacked, and has certainly proved his worth over the past 7 games. Yes, we've only won 1. There's 5 draws in there, but only 1 defeat as well. And 5 of them 7 games have come against the Championship top 7 teams. So for me personally, he thoroughly deserves the job. I'm really pleased Gino Pozzo, Scott Duxbury and the rest of the Watford board have made this decision. And hopefully it's going to trigger, some positivity for everyone going forward. And hopefully the fans, the board, the players and the manager can now all be on the same page and looking to achieve one thing. And ultimately, whether that's next season or a few seasons from now, that goal and that aim should be Premier League promotion. Next season, for me, I would like to achieve a top 10 finish, solidify Tom Cleverley as Watford's head coach and then build from there. But ultimately, I'm sure a lot of impatient fans, including myself, want to get back to the pinnacle of English football, and that is the Premier League. And we can start that journey by beating Sunderland this weekend. Now, Sunderland and Watford have had very similar seasons, if you will. Sunderland are only 3 points ahead of Watford in the Championship table. I believe Watford are 15th and Sunderland are 13th on 56 points. Very similar in points accrued. But for me personally, I actually think Sunderland's squad might be slightly stronger than Watford's. They've got some great players at their disposal, the likes of Daniel Ballard, Jack Clark, Joby Bellingham, Callum Styles, who's linked to Watford in the summer as well, Bradley Dack as well. So they've got some good professionals in that Sunderland squad, some young players as well to build on for the future. And I think we're in very similar positions, aren't we? Sunderland and Watford have both recently, if you will, been in the Premier League. They certainly have a much bigger fan base than Watford, but we're both aiming for the same goal in the future. So there are similarities to draw between both clubs. I believe Sunderland lost their last game 1-0 at home to Millwall, which ultimately I believe should really secure Millwall Championship survival. Both teams come in off the back of disappointing results. Watford drawing 0-0 at home to Hull City. Looking ahead to this game, it's going to be an interesting one. I think Watford probably have more of the motivation to go and win this, with Tom Cleverley being announced as the new Watford manager. Probably a bit of a PR move there from Watford to announce it just prior to our last home game of the season. I'm sure he'll get a massive ovation from the Vicarage Road crowd just before kick-off from the stadium announcer. And hopefully it gives the Watford players something to play for in these final couple of games. We've got Sunderland this weekend, Middlesbrough away next weekend. and this should give the players some motivation, and especially for the players who haven't performed well this season. They should be playing for their Watford careers, really, knowing that Tom Cleverley will be here next season. So hopefully the players will know that. They'll know they want to impress their new manager, and hopefully we'll see a much improved performance and the first home win for a very long time at Vicarage Road this weekend. Fingers crossed. In terms of my score prediction, I'm going to go with a positive result. I've got to. It's been a great week to be a Watford fan. Not really based on results, but certainly based on the appointment of Tom Cleverley as the new head coach. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 home win. The first victory under Tom Cleverley at Vicarage Road. Hopefully to start a dynasty under his leadership. And yeah, maybe I'm overreacting, but yeah, I'm very, very happy with his appointment. So let me know your thoughts on the game and Tom Cleverley's appointment as head coach in the comment section down below. We'll be back after the Sunderland game for our match reaction. The following week we'll of course be doing our Middlesbrough match preview, and then our Watford 2023-24 season review video will be out after the Middlesbrough game, so make sure to keep an eye out for that as well. Myself and Finn run through the entire championship season and also vote for our young player of the season, our player of the season, and our goal of the season as well. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. So that'll be out after the Middlesbrough game next weekend. Aside from that, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and I'll catch you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.